Good in the second. That last foul against Nicolo Ronchi, his first and the team's second. Canada stays in this zone. Take from Ronchi off the mark. Nearly taken away in the backcourt. Canada qualified for this event by winning silver medal at last year's FIBA U-17 America. And 9 of the 12 players from that team are on this year's roster. So there's familiarity between the squad. They did lose to the U.S. in the final of that competition. However, the Canada U-18s recently made headlines, taking down the U.S. in the AmeriCup final at the U-18 level. 5 to shoot. Badejo slices to the cup for 2. First bucket for Praise Badejo out of Canadian powerhouse Orangeville Prep. Inside the final 2 minutes of this first, it has been Canada controlling things. Corner 3, Kampaore out. It's down to Canada. Changes for the Italians. Canada has been ultra efficient so far, 9 of 12 from the field. They have 7 assists on those 9 made field goals. Here's Badejo. Swings it, and he telegraphed it. It's Ronchi to the rack. Nicolo Ronchi on the heels of his best game of the tournament, 11 points against the U.S. Gets on the board in this one as the whistle comes in. Kingston Thomas fouled. It is Leonardo Nicolodi who is called for his first. Team's third of the quarter. So Italy still one more foul to give. Hamilton dashes inside. Hamilton, tough take, doesn't fall. Nicolodi, as we enter the final minute of this first quarter. Nicolodi fires. Second chance. And it comes up empty. It is offensive rebound number 7, though, for Italy in this first. Hamilton battles to the basket. Floater too strong, tipped around. And Canada can slow things down. About a 4-second difference shot clock to game clock as we wind down to this first. Here's St. Louis, one of the premier point guards in this competition. St. Louis kicks. Matakaro from 3. That's off. Hamilton's follow just off. Final 5 seconds here. Ronchi. Kick out, McKenny, corner 3, short. And that'll do it for the first quarter. Have you with us wherever you may be tuning in from. Let us know in the live chat where you're joining us from. Viewers all around the world tuning in for this round of 16 showdown between Canada and Italy. First ever meeting between these two teams in the FIBA U-17 World Cup, as Fisher short on the second chance. And Italy is the rebound. Italy can make this a 1-possession game with a 3. McKenny, pull up. Second chance. McKenny swings. 3-ball up and out from Ruggeri. Italy's getting some good looks, especially on these offensive rebounds, as Takaro's layup is off, but the putback slam is there. First bucket for Tristan Edwards. He's been a menace on the board, 7 rebounds per game for Canada. Ruggeri, a nice shovel and a hammer. Lapo Santini dunks on both ends of the hardwood. St. Louis buries the three. Kenyon St. Louis has been money from distance, 50% from beyond the arc in Istanbul, as he gives Canada its largest lead of the game. Italy can't respond. Takaro the rebound, and he threw it out of bounds today. We appreciate all of you for being a part of our community for this round of 16 showdown. Viewers from New York City, from Italy, from Germany, from Canada. As that pass telegraphed, this could be trouble as it's hammered home. Tristan Edwards, big slam. Couple of dunks off the bench for number 23. This lead into double figures, largest of the game for Canada. McKetty, 3 to shoot. McKetty swings at Ventura, 3, no. And Edwards the rebound. Edwards valuable minutes off the bench. Here he is. St. Louis. St. Louis, deep 3. It's an air ball. Good. Curtis Bauman now in there for the first time for Canada. Takaro off the inbound. Ventura battles for it. And Italy takes over. McKetty off the screen. Whipped inside. Hook shot. And they'll call a whistle. They'll say that basket counts. Goaltending. Now the hook. Second team foul against Italy. Second personal against Ventura. Midway through this second quarter. Takaro penetrates. Takaro. Here's Hamilton. Hamilton from way downtown. Rebound Santini. Dribble drive and a dump off. Santini could not finish it. Takaro thought he drew the contact as he put up the desperation heave. Second chance though, Edwards the rebound. And Canada will take a second to reset. Badejo kicks. Takaro. Step back. Takaro short. Third try. It's another offensive rebound. This time Capuanier. Badejo. Capuanier in the inside. Misses the layup. Here comes Lorenzo Zotti Pavlovich. Lapo Santini to the bench. McKetty, who has made Italy's lone three-pointer today. Italy just 1 of 16 from beyond the arc. Ventura backs in. Ventura fader. Lips out. Offensive rebound. Knocked away from Campaore. Here comes Canada as Thomas leaves it ahead. Badejo pulls it out. Praise Badejo. 8 to shoot. Badejo, 5 seconds. Badejo straight on triple. No offensive board. Capuanier. But he turns it over. McKetty lofts it. Batted away by Badejo. Stays with Italy. Italy shooting just 23% from the field, 1 of 16 from deep. McKetty puts up the 3. That is out of bounds. This is an 11-point game. If Italy hits 2 or 3 more three-pointers than they've made, this is a completely different ball game. They're getting looks. These shots just are not falling. Badejo. Kingston Thomas now. Badejo gets the switch. And an offensive foul. Kapwanye is whistled. That's his first personal. And the team's fourth of the quarter. So next foul would put Italy in the bonus. McKetty. Jumper in and out. Here comes Isaiah Hamilton. Hamilton pulls up a deep three. That's off Kapwanye, the O-board and the finish. Early on, it was Italy controlling the offensive glass. Now Canada dominant on the boards. 7 offensive rebounds for Canada as that three misses. Edwards snatches the board. Canada +9 on rebounds overall. Hamilton. Kick out. Swing, swing, batted away. Nicolotti, good defense. Nicolotti gets it. 3 in rhythm. At long last, high 10. Winner goes to the quarterfinals against the winner of Slovenia and Australia. The loser will face the loser of that matchup. Kenyon St. Louis. He goes by Kung Fu Kenny as he kicks into the corner. Offensive rebound by Kapwanye as he kicks out to St. Louis. That misses. Italy can get within single digits. McKetty, kick out. Open three, Nicolotti could not make it back to back. Strong rebound by Edwards, who has been dominant on the glass. Right back to Edwards. Edwards all the way, plays it in. Beautiful basketball. The rebound, the outlet, the give and go, and Edwards finishes. Nice feed inside, and it's laid in. Andrea Chuenka. And that is how you beat a zone. Quick passing. 8-second difference, shot clock to game clock. St. Louis. Harassing defense from McKetty. McKetty. Liam Metakaro. He's been one of the top players in this competition. Plays for Iowa United in the United States. One of a handful of players for Canada who play in the U.S. And he's good on both. Ten points for Metakaro, who is in double figures for the 4th time in 4 games in Istanbul. Ronchi traveled. This was a 10-point game at halftime. In this third quarter, Canada leads it 21-7. Out of bounds. Does stay with Canada. Here's Praise Badejo. Past the midway point of this third quarter, a third quarter that has been dominated by Canada. Kapwanye, the drop step. Kapwanye off the window over the long arms of Lapo Santini. Eight points for Kapwanye. Ronchi. There's Chuenka into the corner. 3 balls. Adi Pavlovic misses. And a foul on the baseline as Santini is fouled by Kapwanye. Italy now 3 of 26 from beyond the arc. Push shot, Santini drops it in. Santini's a fascinating player, 6'8", 2 meters 2. Plays for Orange 1 Basket Bassano U-17 team as it's swatted away. Actually last off of Canada. Santini, a good build. He can move well, has a good touch. He can bring it up the court as well. Ronchi stepped down the end line. .24 lead for Canada. This is the Canada performance that we expected throughout the tournament. We didn't see it in the first game as Edwards was on the sideline. Canada lost that game to Lithuania, who, by the way, let's not act like Lithuania isn't also a fantastic club. Lithuania undefeated so far in this tournament. But it was a game that Canada certainly could have won. Canada was outscored 40-18 in the fourth quarter of that game. Now we're seeing a Canada team that is clicking at all cylinders. Ventura. Santini misses. Rebounded by Isaiah Hamilton. With a head of steam, Hamilton all the way, misses. Rebounded by Santini, who throws it away. And some frustration from head coach Michele Catalani. Canada's been led by St. Louis, who has 11, Natakaro with 10. 9 from Clark as well. Four seconds to shoot it. Capuania works to the cup, turn around. Too strong. Rebound Ventura. Can he kickstart something for Italy? Kick to the corner. Macchetti open. Another missed three. Ventura lost it. Numbers for Canada. Hamilton, the hammer. .26 lead for Canada. 8 points for Hamilton. He takes it away. Look out below! Isaiah Hamilton, highlight reel. Woo. The windmill slam. He is special, folks. And a foul. That one rims out from Chuenka. Three ball, Thomas Silky. And for as much as we've discussed Italy's three-point struggles, Canada's also had some struggles from beyond the arc, but it's taken away here. Tristan Edwards. It is turning into a slam dunk contest for Canada in this third quarter. This was a 10-point game at halftime. Open look, three ball short, second chance, Ronchino. Ronchi wins it back. Let's see. Back on the floor for Italy. 10-second difference, shot clock to game clock in what has been as dominant of a 10 minutes as Canada has played all tournament long. Badejo. Kick out. Here's DeAker, back to Badejo for three. That misses. Thomas, the offensive board. Kick out. DeAker. Final seconds for Italy. 5 seconds. Three ball up and out. At the buzzer, it's off from Santini. Begonia. Compaore. Kick out. Here's a three, and that falls. Zotti Pavlovic knocks down the three, and Italy starting to hit a couple of triples. It'll be too little too late, but they are starting to see some fall. And there's the answer. Badejo buries the three. It sails out. Fans, put your prediction skills to the test with our game predictor. Guess the winner of every game at the FIBA U-17 World Cup and predict the margin of victory to earn points, climb the leaderboard, and get a shot at winning an official FIBA U-17 World Cup game ball and Nike gift cards. Corner three, that drops in. Zadi Pavlovic again from distance. Italy only hit 2 threes in the first half. They've made 4 in the second half. So improvement as Diaker unleashes. Oh, a nice cross. Begonia. Three ball short. 4 more games remain today after this one. Winner of this game will face the winner of one of those upcoming games, Slovenia, Australia. The loser will take on the loser of that Slovenia, Australia game as Badejo hits another three. Start to look ahead beyond that quarterfinal game. If Canada were to win that game against either Australia or Slovenia, they would play the U.S. in the semifinals, barring an enormous upset with the U.S. losing before that. And a tie-up. Edwards getting involved there defensively. And that's the downside of Canada finishing second in Group B. If Canada had beaten Lithuania in the first game and won Group B, they would have avoided the U.S. until the final as the runner falls from Ronchi. Meanwhile, they are on the same half of the bracket after finishing second in Group B as the United States, who has never lost in the FIBA U-17 World Cup. Thomas inside for Baumann on both. Here's Milano. And a rebound by Edwards, who has been a menace on the glass. For all the star power on this Canada roster, let's not forget Tristan Edwards' performance today. 8 points, 12 rebounds for him. If he can score here, he'll have a double-double. Thomas flips it. Ronchi on the move inside the final minute, and Ronchi is fouled. The first team foul against Canada in this fourth. Fans, become a FIBA YouTube member. Unlock exclusive content. Get early access to highlights. Acquire loyalty badges and emojis during our live streams. And get more exciting perks. Pick one of our rookie, starter, or MVP tiers and be a part of our growing community today. Ronchi drops it in. It's taken away. We've seen a couple of sloppy turnovers by Canada in this fourth quarter. Game is out of hand, but still you want to see this team play clean until the end if you are head coach Chris Chang. Fisher. Here's Diaker. Off on the three. Bit of a tie-up. Italy on the move as Compaore draws the foul. We also want to remind you to follow @NextGenHoops on X and Instagram. top-notch content with highlights, standout performances. Everything that you need to know about the FIBA U-17 World Cup can be found at Next Gen Hoops. Also visit FIBA.basketball for all things FIBA, and use the hashtag FIBA U17 hashtag on social media. Final seconds here. Canada, a dominant third quarter, lifting them to